First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Shema Child by Shema Kakadash. The bonus to apostle, there was a great millstone. Peace, salutations to you, brother, doing work of sincerity and the truth, the hope for elect. Brothers that's waiting every day, patient for Yahweh Shema Child return. So we get out this place, say peace, salutations to you, brothers. Alright? Let me see if I can turn this up a little bit. Okay. So this is Proverbs 16:25 says, There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So, hey, there's a way that seemeth right to a man, but the ways thereof are death. Right? So you see, constantly going over and over, scriptures and be constantly kind of trying to go through the fire and the walls and the things that we deal with Jake that's trying to hinder this work, right? There's a lot of they think they can set back this word or they're doing the will of the Heavenly Father, but how many you see what's going on? You see that there's a willing to be a deceiver against the Heavenly Father, right? You see how the things perish, right? This thing is only for the elect, man, and only one man can go through it at a time, right? We got dangers on each side also, right? So let's get into the word, right? So it says, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man. Yeah, you think you doing right, but the Lord say the deceiver and the deceiver are here. So, hey, it says, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So you see how things can fall apart. Sooner or later, you fail, right? It says, he that laboreth for himself, for his mouth craveth it of him, and an ungodly man diggeth up evil, and his lips there is a burning fire. Right? For a man soweth strife, and a whisperer separates chief friends. A violent man entices his neighbor and leadeth him in the way that is not good. Okay, so you see that we are in a big, you have a choice, but not by your own will, all right? Because you guys think that you have your own will, you can do it yourself, right? It's only the passion that you have about Shema Shai, when you ever do want to do, you're gonna do, right? So the thing that we got going on, there's a lot of guys who are doing wickedness. Guys, they say they call them sticks, they can't with guns. And a lot of guys got doctors that actually are not sound. Right? They're terrible. Right? There's a lot of ways that our people are situation. With the situation. Okay? But the Lord will separate you guys, right? He's from the congregation of our people, man. We are the Hebrew Israelites, right? And we are not just Hebrew Israelites, we're the sons of the Heavenly Father, man. Alright? We're ready to come, we're ready for the day to return, man. And God, you guys want to deal with the way of this world. And you want to have you want to have basically your cake and eat it too, right? But you're not willing to sacrifice yourself, right? A lot of guys are not willing to cut the cost of this deal. Alright, let's see, Luke. I'm gonna go to Luke real quick. Luke 14:26. Luke chapter 14, verse 26 is that if any man come to me and hate not his brother, hate his father and his mother and his wife and his children, his brethren and his sister, yea, and his own life, also he cannot be my disciple. He says that whosoever does not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you intended to build a tower, sit knock down first and count the cost? All right, you come to this thing, you don't count the cost. You don't see what you're into. You see it as a money grab. But hey, the Lord, tell you about that filthy lucre. Right? You see the pastor and the preacher say, woe to the pastor and preacher that scatter his flock. All right, not giving the word. All right? Making it about money, making it about themselves, and not making it about the real deal. All right? It says not count the cost whether he has sufficient to finish it. Do you really think you want to get in this, and you realize that it's not sufficient? You don't have the intellect or the power or the will that really had set forth, that Heavenly Father set forth unto a man of the Lord, that really have this the focus on this thing, the belief in the name correctly, concisely, truly, right? Do you see that? It says happy. It says verse 29 it says let's happy after has laid the foundation and is not able to finish it all. That behold, they began to mock it. That it began to mock him. That all that behold, it began to mock him. So people gonna start mocking, like the Lord gonna do. He gonna say, "I have not knew thee." Right? When you call His name, right? So if you see, generally, if you come to this thing, you better know. Right? It's hard, but hey, the reward is gonna be great. Okay? Because you're gonna have to give up all this. It's saying this man began to build and is not able to finish. Right? You came into this thing and you left out. Like you didn't hold on to this thing because it wasn't for you. You have a zeal, but not according to knowledge, right? The knowledge, guys, the zeal is a lot of you Israelites know the truth, but you don't want to hold on to it because the way the word seduces you. Okay, so you got to count these costs, right? Let's see. Go to Matthew 7 and 13. Matthew 7:13, it says, enter ye at the straight gate, all right? Because wide is the gate, all right? And broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat. So, only one way to go, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So this is not open to the whole. This is not open to the public. Okay, and when you find it, you hear it, the word here. You figure you're an Israelite. You come to this thing. You better grab hold of this, because it's gonna be a wild ride, man. It says, beware the false prophet, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves, right? Because a lot of them like the money. They like the money, they can fill their pocket, man. And I'm gonna just name some, all right? The IUIC, you got the Sakara, all right? You see these things, man. And some of them don't realize what they're doing. Most of them do. If you have to have a second thought of seeing if the elders are preaching the word right, you got something wrong with them. The apostles, right? So you know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth a good fruit. So you can't. Hey, if you're a nigga, if you ain't repenting, coming back and ask for the Lord to forgive you, and you stay that way, you're in big ass trouble. All right? Because this is not easy to come through this way. But he said he said his yoke is light, but it's not easy for a lot of you niggas. It's too hard to be trying to follow the Sabbath. It's too hard for you to be willing to not mess with another man's woman, right? Right? And not saying we all innocent, but man, y'all still doing. You love it so. All right? It says, let me jump down. It says, and every tree that brings not forth good fruit is hewed down and cast into the fire. Okay, so it's being hewed down and cast into the what? The lake of fire. That's what it's going to be in, which is stored on this soil and all around the earth when it get hit. By the fruits that you shall know them. And we know what ISUPK is up to. We know what the Scarby is up to. We know what the Christian church is up to. We know what a lot of these Israelite camps are up to. And right, we can see it through what the spirit is spiritual. We know they repeat themselves. So let me just go to Luke real quick. Yeah, I'm going to Luke. It'll repeat itself, but just want to bring it up. It's Luke 13:28. It says, "There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth." Okay, let me go ahead. Okay, this is I'm gonna start at verse 25. Verse 24. This says, "Strive to enter at the straight gate." All right. Because the straight gate is this word, this truth, just straight and narrow, man. For many I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. It says, when once the master of the house is risen up and have shut the door, and ye begin to stand without and knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open us up, open unto us, and he shall answer and say unto you, I know you not, whence you are. You don't want that feeling, man. All right? You don't want to be left out of the Heavenly Father's graces. The Yahweh's graces, the Lord's graces, man. Then shall ye begin to say, we have eaten and drinking in thy presence, and say, how thou hast taught in our streets. But he shall say, I tell you, I know you not, whence ye depart from me, all you workers of iniquity. You're going to say, I prophesied in your name. I said all things, I said these things, blah, blah, blah. And the whole time you was just giving a whole farce. You was giving a wicked dictation, all right, of what you were saying. That's not of the scriptures. Just to go through. Now you want to change your life. But no, you don't kill people. All right? Yeah, because you're killing them when you don't have this, you don't tell them the truth. He said, but he shall say, I tell you, I know you not, whence ye are, depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth when ye shall see, okay, Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and all the prophets in the kingdom of the Most High, and you yourself thrust out. So and you're going to be skinned across your whole face and your knees and your back, all right? Because you didn't want to listen to the Lord, Yahweh Shem himself. Okay? That's a wicked. This time is wicked. Let me go to Isaiah. All right? Isaiah chapter 35 and 9. It says, and let's see. Okay. That's verse 7. It says, and the parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land springs of water. In the habitation of dragons, where each lay shall be grass and reeds and rushes. It says, and the highway shall be there, and the way it shall be called the way of the holiness, and unclean. And the unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for those, the wayfaring men, though fools shall not err therein. That's what the scripture I need. Let me see. Probably not it. Let me see. Good. Let me jump. Okay. This is Matthew 23. There's only one way to go, man. Through the straight gate. The only way we go through this thing. You can't go around, you gotta go up. And if you come up another way, and the Lord's gonna destroy you. It says, but woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men, for ye neither go in yourself, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. So you don't want them to go in, and you not going in. So you avoid giving the truth. But I'm out of woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, For ye devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayers. Therefore, you shall receive greater damnation. So y'all here pump faking, making long prayers, right? Right? Only one person can go there is the elect, because the elect should have attained this thing, man. It's Romans 11:7. It says, "But then these have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the elect should have attained, and the rest were blinded." Right? Alright, so the elect should have attained what they seeketh for, man, and the rest were blinded, man. But it seemed right to a way of a man, the things he said right. Alright, so hey, the Lord said he foreknew his men. Alright, there's only one way to go, and that's a straight gate. Through that, you can't go nowhere else, you can't go around, because it's peril on each side. Alright, man, we scarcely getting through this. Okay? So one time we give our praise to Yahweh, peace, I take shalom and shalom.